If it means rescuing Earth from an alien invasion, will the Man of Steel be able to do battle against a new and more powerful rogue Daxamite? Well, let's find out together, shall we, as we hop into the pages of Action Comics number 1069, the grand finale of this superstar's era, and see how it all shakes out. So then, picking up directly from where the last issue left off, Clark's legend as the Man of Earth great galactic underdog continues to grow. So far, he's managed to stop an entire naval destroyer from getting dropped on a city, as well as rescue the denizens of KANDOR from two incredibly rigged Garathian games. In fact, Superman's unprecedented set of victories are actually having major ripple effects throughout the galaxy. It seems the people of Earth have united around Cat Grant of all people, and are sending unwavering support to their favorite superhero if it means saving their planet from invasion. In fact, it seems that a bunch of the other planets that the Garathians have conquered might very well end up following suit and rebelling if Grunhar can't get all of this under control and soon. However, as we had glimpsed in the previous issue, Grunhar feels that he has a major ace in the hole in the form of Hux-Ur, a massive and hulking Daxamite who serves as the game's ultimate champion and basically final boss. Lois tries to appeal to this guy's better angels in private, only to find out too late that this guy is one of those proud warrior code dudes, meaning he's not going to be dissuaded from the fight before actually having it. Also, because Lois and Jimmy both wandered away to have their own little sub-adventures, it means that Superman is without his second, so two new ones get picked for him, and hey, wouldn't you know it, it's a member of the Kun race, as well as a Thanagarian Hawk person who are all too happy to stand next to the famous Man of Earth, an alien from a backwater who now may actually end up doing the impossible and winning the unwinnable game. I actually really like the Hawk guy in this story too, because his big advice to Superman in the upcoming fight is just hit him below the belt, well, above the belt and in between the thighs, you know. Literally, his great battle-hardened stratagem is just hit him in the balls. It might not be the most Superman thing in the world to do, but Clark is going to have to dig deep and do whatever it takes if he hopes to defeat Hux-Ur, who we finally get a good look at, as the final battle with the fate of Earth hanging in the balance is set high over the streets of Tokyo. The rules of this competition are quite simple and very familiar if you're a fan of anime fighting games. Basically, the first one to ring out their opponent, either physically or due to cowardice, wins. Outside that, though, absolutely anything goes in the ring, and it seems that an injured Superman and Hux-Ur at full health are actually quite evenly matched, the narration actually describing them not as an immovable object meeting an unstoppable force, but two unstoppable forces all meeting for the first time. Hux-Ur ultimately ends up getting the upper hand when it's ultimately revealed that it seems that he's come packing a small piece of kryptonite. Not that it was his idea, Grunhar actually put it on the champ, in hopes of elevating his odds and in doing so protecting his interests. Here's the thing though, like I mentioned before, Hux-Ur is something of a proud warrior code guy, meaning that once he realizes that he's been cheating this whole time, he actually instantly stops, choosing instead to win this fight on his own merits to prove that he is the strongest. And once the playing field is finally leveled, Superman is able to go all out in this battle. It's a massive free-for-all that ends up bringing down most of the arena on top of the two combatants. At first, everyone is sure that Superman is dead, only for him to pull his way out of the rubble and reveal that Hux-Ur has actually crossed over into ring-out territory without him even knowing at all, meaning that Superman is victorious and that the Earth will actually be saved from the Garathian invasion. And to extra ensure that peaceful transition of power too, we see what became of Jimmy. It seems that he had worked with Lex Luthor to actually free the denizens of the bottle city of KANDOR, meaning that there is now officially an entire small army of Yellow Sun-empowered Kryptonians to back up Superman. Furthermore, Grunhar was caught cheating in front of the entire galaxy with that whole kryptonite trick, and because of that, one by one, his own people end up turning on him. Superman is also sure to extend a hand in gracious victory to Hux-Ur, who I'd actually love to see come back sometime because he's a great design before eventually returning to Earth and dealing with that problem that kicked all of this off in the first place. Of course, I'm talking about the crooked real estate developer who was trying to do an illegal land grab on Black Lightning's community center. Yeah, I bet most of you forgot that's how this story started. And how does it end? Well, even though Superman is battered and beaten and been through the ringer, he still finds just enough time to play some basketball with the local kids, and it's on that sweet note the comic comes to a close. And so that was Action Comics number 1069. 39, everyone, and overall I thought this was a classically Golden Age and fitting finale to a classically Golden Age-inspired Superman story. It's a little Gladiator, it's a little Rocky, and all that starring Superman. It's maybe not a perfect finale. It feels that Lois and Jimmy, despite being so heavily involved in this when it started, their actual contributions kind of peter out there. Jimmy especially, who was implied to have this whole big B-plot involving Lex Luthor that doesn't really end up coming to fruition. In fact, I have to feel like there was maybe another issue here that we never actually got to see worth of story. Not that that's a problem, I actually enjoy these two Superman superstar arcs for being so short, sweet, and to the point, and indeed this entire creator shakeup also ended up being kind of a short endeavor, as Mark Waid will be taking over Action Comics after this, and the series will be going weekly. Overall, for what it's worth, I did enjoy this little 3-pack of stories, and if you've been hankering for a Golden Age Superman throwback, then this one will certainly hit the spot. Which is why I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one an 8 out of 10. Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow and, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.